If you put this in your bathroom on 5th January 2025, your money problems will end. Buddhist teachings. Abundance is not something we acquire, it is something we tune into. Wayne Dyer. January 2025 is a time of incredible energy shifts that few people truly understand. Many ancient traditions, especially within Buddhism, speak of this period as a powerful opportunity for personal transformation. It's a month when the universe aligns for prosperity, renewal, and profound life changes. Have you ever noticed that in January 2025, things seem to align or new doors start to open? What if I told you that by using this unique energy in the right way, you could accelerate your journey toward wealth and abundance? In today's video, I'll be sharing a time-honored Buddhist teaching, a simple yet incredibly potent ritual that can unlock the doors to prosperity, especially if performed on 5th January 2025. Imagine letting go of the constant stress of financial struggles, saying goodbye to scarcity, and finally feeling the peace that comes with financial freedom. Often, we are held back by invisible energy blockages that accumulate over time. The teaching I'm about to reveal holds the key to clearing these blockages, allowing abundance to flow freely into your life. The beauty of this practice is that it's accessible to everyone. No matter where you are in life, you can implement it and begin to see real results. If you've tried countless methods to improve your finances without success, perhaps the missing link is harnessing the energetic forces that surround us, something Buddhism has taught for centuries. This ritual has been passed down for generations, and now it's available to you. The best part: January 2025 is the perfect time to begin. I've witnessed people who embraced this teaching and saw their financial realities change dramatically. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom and give this video a like to support the channel. Also, comment below with which statement resonates with you more. I attract wealth and abundance, or I release financial blockages for prosperity. Let's start manifesting your new reality today. Number 1. January. Cleanse energy, attract wealth. Let's delve deeper into the profound potential January holds for your financial transformation and overall abundance. January, a month rich with energetic possibilities, offers a unique time to align ourselves with the universe's flow of abundance. Many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, recognize this period as one where the energies are more open to external influences, making it easier for us to manifest our desires and intentions. This isn't a random occurrence, but a reflection of the natural cycles of the earth and the cosmos. In January, as the season transitions, this shift is not just seen in nature, but also in our lives, opening the door to renewal, transformation, and prosperity. In nature, the autumn season in the northern hemisphere is a time of shedding, of letting go, much like how trees release their leaves to prepare for the stillness of winter. In the southern hemisphere, spring brings forth renewal, new life, and fresh opportunities. This cyclical movement serves as a metaphor for our lives, signaling that now is the time to release what no longer serves us, be it limiting beliefs, financial struggles, or fears of scarcity. As the Buddha wisely said, just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past over and over again. This shedding clears space for new growth, allowing us to invite wealth, success, and abundance into our lives. Buddhism teaches us that everything in the universe is energy, and we are constantly in interaction with these forces. January amplifies this interaction, making it the perfect time for spiritual practices, rituals and meditations that unblock the flow of prosperity. The transformation we seek begins within. When our internal energies align with the external energetic flow of the universe, remarkable changes occur. As the Dalai Lama reminds us, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. By adjusting our mindset and vibration, we can attract the wealth and success we desire. January's heightened energetic potential allows us to connect more deeply with these forces, making it the ideal time to start practices that channel prosperity. A critical aspect of this month's power lies in balance. In both hemispheres, nature is either releasing the old or welcoming the new, symbolizing a perfect harmony that we can tap into. This balance can be reflected in our own lives by shedding old financial patterns, such as self-doubt or fear of failure, and embracing new habits that foster wealth. The Buddha once said, "You only lose what you cling to." By releasing what holds us back, we create space for abundance to flow into our lives. January's energy invites us to release these blockages and start fresh, aligning our intentions with the universe's natural rhythm of renewal and transformation. Now, the key to harnessing this energy is in openness. We must create the necessary space for these powerful forces to enter our lives. Simple rituals, when done with clear intention and purpose, can have a tremendous impact. One such ritual, which uses the bathroom as a focal point, aligns with the Buddhist concept of purification. The bathroom is not just a physical space, but a spiritual one where we cleanse both body and spirit. The flowing water symbolizes the release of negative energy, and performing a ritual here enhances the process of purification and renewal, especially in a month like January when these energies are at their peak. The act of flushing away physical impurities mirrors the symbolic release of financial blockages and mental barriers that prevent us from attracting abundance. This ritual embodies the Buddhist principle of non-attachment. Just as we let go of what we no longer need physically, we must also release our attachment to fears and limiting beliefs. As Lao Tzu once said, "When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be." By letting go of the energy that no longer serves us, we open ourselves to receive the energy of prosperity. To conclude, January provides us with an extraordinary opportunity to align with the universe's flow of abundance. By engaging in practices that purify our energies and create space for new growth, we set ourselves on a path toward financial success and overall well-being. The secret is to remain open, let go of the old, and embrace the new with clear intentions and a heart ready to receive. Let January 2025 be the month you say goodbye to poverty, welcome prosperity, and begin a life filled with abundance. Number 2. Steps of the ritual. Have you ever thought about using a small ritual to invite abundance into your life? There's a long-standing belief that certain natural elements, when used with intention, can bring about positive changes. On 5th January 2025, there's an opportunity to take part in a ritual that could help you say goodbye to financial struggles and welcome prosperity. Let's dive into how you can do this, step by step. Step 1. Gather your materials. To begin, you'll need a few key items, all of which represent different aspects of wealth, protection, and purification. The most important of these is bay leaves. Bay leaves have a rich history, often associated with success, victory, and prosperity across many cultures. These humble leaves aren't just for cooking. They carry a unique energy that clears the way for abundance and attracts positive outcomes. You can find bay leaves easily in most grocery stores or shops that specialize in herbs. In this ritual, the bay leaves will act as the primary tool to focus your intentions. They're powerful amplifiers of positive energy and are believed to help bring your desires into reality. Along with the bay leaves, you'll need 2 more items: a white candle and a glass of water mixed with coarse salt. The white candle represents a fresh start, allowing you to release old patterns that might be holding you back. Meanwhile, the salt water acts as a spiritual cleanser, washing away negativity and making room for wealth and opportunities. Step 2. Prepare your space. Before starting the ritual, it's important to create a peaceful, organized environment. A clutter-free space helps energy flow more freely, so make sure your bathroom is clean and tidy. Once your space is ready, place the white candle near the bathroom sink and set the glass of salted water beside it. As you light the white candle, take a moment to say a prayer or affirmation. You can speak from your heart or say something like, "I invite the renewing energies of January 2025 to remove all blockages and open the path to prosperity." Feel the warmth of the candle representing the bright future you wish to manifest. Step 3. Focus on your desires with bay leaves. Next, take 3 bay leaves and hold them in your hands. Close your eyes and concentrate on what you want to achieve. Imagine financial freedom, your money problems being resolved, and a life filled with peace and stability. This is the time to really visualize what prosperity looks like for you. See yourself achieving your goals, free from worry. While holding this vision in your mind, say out loud, "I release all negative energy and welcome abundance to flow freely into my life." Feel the connection between your words and the energy of the bay leaves in your hands. Step 4. Release the blocks. Now, walk over to the toilet and throw the bay leaves into it. This act represents letting go of any energies or obstacles preventing your financial growth. As you flush the toilet, imagine these blocks being washed away, leaving you open to receive prosperity. The water flowing away symbolizes the removal of what no longer serves you, clearing a path for new opportunities. Once the bay leaves are flushed away, take the glass of salt water. Pour a little down the sink and a little into the toilet. As you do this, repeat, "I am cleansed of all energies that prevent me from prospering. I am open to receiving abundance in all areas of my life." The salt water continues the energetic cleansing process, ensuring that any lingering negativity is completely removed. Step 5. Cultivate gratitude. As you come to the end of this ritual, it's important to safely extinguish your candle with care and reverence, signaling the close of this sacred moment. But before you fully conclude, take a moment to express your heartfelt gratitude to the universe. This is a vital step, as gratitude doesn't just complete the ritual, it magnifies the energies of renewal and prosperity that you have now set into motion. Gratitude is a powerful force in any spiritual practice, because it opens you up to receive even more abundance. By giving thanks, you amplify your openness to the gifts the universe is ready to offer. So, take a deep breath and sincerely thank the universe for all that you already have in your life. Recognize that this simple act of gratitude and connection has already begun shifting your energy toward greater abundance. You are now aligning yourself with the prosperity that January 2025 has in store for you. But remember, this ritual is not just a one-time action. The manifestation process you've initiated will continue to unfold throughout the month of January 2025. Your role is to maintain a positive mindset and stay connected to these energies of prosperity. By doing so, you allow the seeds of abundance you've planted today to grow and flourish. If you've watched up to this point, you're already taking the first steps to welcome abundance into your life. Comment below with "Goodbye Poverty" to affirm your dedication to embracing these transformative Buddhist teachings. Don't leave yet. There's still more wisdom to be revealed. Stay until the end to discover the powerful practice that could bring prosperity to your home. Number 3. Additional tips for success. 1. Elevate your energy to attract abundance. The path to prosperity begins by aligning your energy with the abundance you seek. In Buddhism and many spiritual traditions, it's understood that the energy we project determines what we attract into our lives. If we cling to thoughts of scarcity or doubt, no ritual or practice can overcome the blockages we create within ourselves. As the Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." The universe mirrors the frequency you emit, so when your thoughts are clouded by fear or limitation, you are essentially closing the door to the prosperity waiting to enter. Throughout the month of January 2025, take this opportunity to shift your mindset by focusing on positive visualization. Spend a few minutes each day envisioning the life you want to lead, where financial worries no longer weigh you down. Feel the gratitude for that reality as if it already exists, for in many ways it does. The energy you send out through these visualizations begins to form the foundation of your future. As you cultivate this practice, notice how your energy transforms. It's like tuning into a radio frequency. You can only hear the music clearly when you're on the right station. In addition to mental work, your physical environment plays a crucial role in supporting this shift. Clutter, both physical and energetic, has a way of keeping us stuck in old patterns. Think of it as trying to fill a cup that's already full. New opportunities can't flow into your life when it's crowded with disorder. This is particularly important when it comes to your bathroom, the central place for this ritual. In Feng Shui and other practices, the bathroom is often considered a space where energy can either be drained or renewed. By keeping this space clean, fresh, and organized, you remove obstacles to the natural flow of abundance. Take the time to declutter your bathroom, throw away what no longer serves you, organize your items, and maybe even add a touch of nature, like a plant, to revitalize the energy in that space. Additionally, the practice of smudging with herbs like sage or rosemary can also help clear the space of stagnant energies, creating a field conducive to the manifestation of your desires. A clean, harmonious environment reinforces the mental work you're doing by ensuring there are no barriers to the flow of prosperity. This echoes the teaching of Thich Nhat Hanh, who said, "Smile, breathe, and go slowly." Clearing your space and elevating your energy is not about rushing or forcing results. It's about allowing the universe to work with you in its own time to manifest what you seek. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the external race for wealth, but true abundance begins within. By focusing on your inner world, your thoughts, emotions, and energy, you start to align yourself with the greater flow of prosperity. In doing so, you create the conditions for wealth to naturally enter your life without the stress and strain that often accompany the pursuit of financial success. In modern life, where distractions are constant, practicing mindfulness and energy alignment can be the key to overcoming obstacles to abundance. You might not realize it, but every time you hold on to negative thoughts or chaos in your environment, you are unconsciously pushing away the very opportunities you desire. By making a conscious effort to elevate your energy and clear your surroundings, you begin to create a life where abundance isn't just something you chase. It becomes a natural state of being. So, as January 2025 unfolds, remember to not only perform the rituals, but also to shift your internal dialogue and your space. As the Buddha taught, do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. By focusing on the present, aligning your energy, and keeping your environment clear, you open yourself to the richness that life has to offer. 2. Practice gratitude daily. To truly invite abundance into your life, it's essential to begin with gratitude. This simple yet powerful practice shifts your energy and opens you up to receive more of what the universe has to offer. When you regularly express gratitude, you're not just giving thanks for what you already have, you're also embracing the possibility of what's yet to come. Think about it. How often do we focus on what we lack instead of appreciating the blessings already in our lives? The Buddha once said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little." By focusing on gratitude, you're tuning into the higher frequency of abundance, which will naturally attract more wealth and opportunities into your life. During the month of January 2025, a time when energies of transformation are at their peak, this practice becomes even more potent. Every morning, take a few moments to reflect on all that you have, no matter how small. Be thankful for the money already in your possession, the opportunities you haven't yet realized, and the prosperity on its way to you. This daily practice is a way of signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive, and in turn, the universe responds generously. The law of attraction teaches us that like attracts like. So, if your thoughts are centered on gratitude and abundance, you'll attract more of the same. But let me ask you this. What would happen if you started your day with a heart full of gratitude? How would that change your perspective on the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead? Imagine a life where you not only welcomed abundance, but expected it. Gratitude is a magnet for miracles, and when you make it a habit, you're telling the universe that you trust in its infinite supply. As the Dalai Lama reminds us, when you practice gratefulness, there is a sense of respect toward others. Respect for life's flow and trust in the universe's timing are key elements in unlocking your path to prosperity. So, as you go about your daily routine, especially in this transformative month of January 2025, remember to give thanks, not just for what you have, but for what's on its way. By doing so, you're aligning yourself with the endless possibilities the universe has in store for you. How will you start practicing gratitude today, and how might that change your life? 3. Take care of your physical and mental health. Taking care of both your physical and mental health is not only essential for your well-being, but it also plays a crucial role in attracting abundance into your life. When you maintain harmony between body, mind, and spirit, you create an energetic balance that opens the door to prosperity. Daily meditation, even for just a few minutes, can calm the mind, ground your emotions, and align your intentions with the universe's flow of abundance. Meditation is like watering a plant. It nurtures your inner self, allowing you to bloom. While meditating, focus deeply on your breath, feeling the rhythm of life within you. Visualize a radiant golden light enveloping your entire body, representing wealth, opportunity, and success. This golden light doesn't just symbolize prosperity. It serves to clear away any energetic blockages that may be hindering your path to success. Imagine it purifying your thoughts, strengthening your connection to the universal energy of abundance. When your mind is filled with thoughts of prosperity, and when you visualize that light with full belief, you align yourself with the frequency of wealth. But it doesn't stop with meditation. Regular physical exercise is just as crucial because it keeps the energy in your body flowing freely. The body and mind are interconnected, and as you strengthen one, the other benefits too. Exercise increases your vitality, helping you stay energized, focused, and ready to receive the positive changes that come into your life. Imagine it as an ongoing exchange with the universe. You put in the effort to keep your body strong and healthy, and in return, you become more attuned to the abundance around you. Whether it's yoga, walking, or even stretching, each movement creates a ripple effect of positivity that connects you more deeply to the energy of prosperity. In today's fast-paced world, it can be easy to forget to take care of yourself. Stress, distractions, and endless to-do lists often pull us away from what truly matters. But when we prioritize our health, both mental and physical, we create a solid foundation that enables us to thrive. As the saying goes, health is the greatest wealth. Without it, even the richest treasures lose their meaning. Therefore, by incorporating daily meditation and regular physical activity into your life, you're not just maintaining your well-being, you're actively inviting prosperity into every aspect of your life. It's a continuous practice of nurturing yourself so that you can receive the best the universe has to offer. When you approach life with a calm mind and a healthy body, your intentions become clearer and your actions more purposeful. This combination of inner clarity and physical vitality is the true secret to living a prosperous life. So take this time to focus on your well-being. Let meditation clear your mind and let movement revitalize your body. In doing so, you will not only enhance your physical and mental health, but also open yourself to the boundless possibilities of abundance that the universe is eager to offer you. And remember, as the Buddha wisely said, "To keep the body in good health is a duty, otherwise we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear." Take care of your body and mind, and in doing so, you will find that prosperity naturally follows. Four, sharing prosperity. One of the most profound ways to ensure lasting prosperity in your life is to share that abundance with others. When we speak of being truly rich, it's not just about material wealth, but also the richness of spirit, compassion, and generosity. In Buddhism, there's a powerful teaching about the importance of giving. The Buddha said, "The gift of Dharma excels all gifts." This means that when we share not only material things, but also wisdom, kindness, and support, we create a deeper connection with the flow of prosperity that surrounds us. When you extend a helping hand, whether through a kind word, an act of service, or a donation, you set in motion a cycle of energy that flows back to you, often in ways you might not expect. Have you ever noticed how giving to someone in need makes you feel richer, not poorer? That's because generosity aligns you with the natural balance of the universe, the law of cause and effect, or karma, as many know it. The more you give, the more you cultivate an inner sense of abundance that can't be taken away by external circumstances. Now, let's reflect on what it means to give. Is it just about money, or could it be as simple as sharing a kind word with someone who is struggling? Often, people underestimate the value of small acts of kindness, yet these simple gestures can have the power to transform someone's entire day, or even their life. In Buddhism, there's a beautiful belief in Dāna, the practice of generosity. By giving selflessly, without expecting anything in return, you create an energy of abundance that comes back to you in unexpected ways. This doesn't mean we give to receive, but rather that by giving, we align ourselves with the universal flow of prosperity. Happiness never decreases by being shared, said the Buddha. Could you imagine living in a world where everyone shared their blessings, big or small? How much more peaceful and prosperous could life be if we all practiced this? When we think of abundance, we often think of things like money, possessions, or status. But true prosperity also includes emotional and spiritual wealth. When you help others rise, you naturally rise with them. It's like planting seeds. The more you plant, the more your garden flourishes. And as the Buddha taught, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. In other words, by sharing your light, your wisdom, your resources, your love, you never lose anything. In fact, you gain more. How often do we hold back from giving, fearing that we won't have enough for ourselves? Yet the paradox is that the more you give, the more the universe provides. So, how will you share your prosperity today? Will you offer a listening ear, lend a helping hand, or share a piece of wisdom that might change someone's path for the better? The choice is yours. But remember, the universe is always watching, always responding. What you send out comes back to you, multiplied. In the end, it's not about what you have. It's about how you use what you have to make the world a better place for all. Number 4. What to do when the ritual doesn't work. One, rituals and reality. It's important to understand that the ritual itself doesn't create miracles. It's a powerful tool, but true results only come with action. These practices serve as a reminder, a way to align your thoughts and energy with your goals. But the real transformation occurs when you combine intention with effort. Many people mistakenly believe that performing a spiritual ritual will cause opportunities to fall into their lap without effort. However, even with the best rituals, mantras or prayers, nothing can replace the need for mindful action. The universe may offer doors of opportunity, but you still have to muster the courage to walk through them. In modern life, where distractions are endless, it's easy to think that external solutions alone will solve our internal struggles with prosperity or success. The truth is, wealth and abundance are as much about mindset as they are about actions. When you engage in a ritual, what you're really doing is preparing yourself mentally and emotionally for the path ahead. Like a farmer preparing the soil before planting, you are setting the stage for growth. But just as no farmer would expect crops to grow without tending to them, you cannot expect success to come without continuous effort. An idea, an opportunity, or a new connection may arise unexpectedly after you've shifted your focus through a ritual. However, these are just seeds. It's your consistent, mindful actions, your watering, nurturing, and tending that will allow these seeds of prosperity to bloom. It's also crucial to understand that the journey of building prosperity requires patience and perseverance. Too often, people begin with great enthusiasm but lose faith when results don't manifest immediately. In moments of doubt, it's easy to abandon your goals because the effort seems too great or the progress too slow. However, as Lao Tzu wisely noted, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and sometimes that step needs to be repeated over and over, even when it feels like you're walking in place. Success rarely happens overnight, and even the greatest achievements require dedication and the ability to stay the course when the path seems unclear. Faith plays a significant role here, not just in the ritual or spiritual practice, but in yourself. You must believe in your ability to grow, to learn from failure, and to overcome challenges. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence teaches us that life is always changing, and no situation, whether it's failure or success, is permanent. This awareness can help you maintain the perseverance needed to continue on your journey toward prosperity, even when times are tough. Obstacles and setbacks are not signs to give up, but rather opportunities to build strength and resilience. It's said that adversity is the foundation of virtue. Challenges make you sharper, more prepared, and more capable of seizing the right moment when it appears. In the context of modern life, where instant gratification is so highly sought after, rituals can serve as an important reminder of the need for long-term dedication. However, you must always remember that it's your actions that give life to your dreams. Performing a ritual is like sending a signal to the universe, but the universe responds to those who respond to it with effort and intention. So when you engage in this practice, don't just sit back and wait. Stay aware of opportunities, maintain an open mind, and above all, be prepared to act. The energy you put into your life is the energy that will return to you. As you go forward, remember that while the ritual plants the seed, it is your persistent action, your faith, and your courage that ultimately bring prosperity into your life. Two, the importance of effort and persistence. When the journey feels difficult and you're overwhelmed with fatigue, it's essential to remember that true transformation demands persistence and effort. Change doesn't happen overnight, and it's the consistent steps we take that shape the future we desire. Fear often emerges as an unwelcome guest, tapping into our thoughts with doubts like, "What if I fail?" or "Am I even deserving of success?" Yet these fears are part of the human experience, and while they're natural, they must never be the reason to abandon your pursuit of prosperity. In Buddhism, it is said, "Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional." Challenges are inevitable, placed in your path not as punishments, but as opportunities to grow stronger, to appreciate every milestone along the way. Each time you overcome an obstacle, you edge closer to the abundance you seek. It's critical not to let fear immobilize you. Life presents you with countless opportunities, but these are useless without the courage to act upon them. Despite the difficulty of circumstances, movement is necessary. Just as a river's flow may be slowed by rocks but never entirely halted, you must find a way forward, even in adversity. The Buddha taught, "A jug fills drop by drop," reminding us that progress is incremental, but persistence ensures the eventual filling of our lives with success and fulfillment. Abundance, both material and spiritual, is available to those who embrace both effort and grace. It's important to believe that the universe, or if you prefer, a higher power, intends for you to live fully and prosper. You were not meant to dwell in scarcity or fear. Life's natural state is one of balance and abundance. But here's the key. While the universe supports you, it also requires your cooperation. You must meet it halfway, with faith and action. Effort and ritual are ways to align with the abundance life offers, but they are not enough on their own. Action is the critical ingredient. Even as opportunities present themselves, you must be brave enough to seize them, for courage is what transforms a door into a new path. As the Buddha said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." If you believe you are worthy of success, if you trust that each step you take brings you closer to your goal, the universe will mirror that belief in your reality. When things get difficult, which they often do, remember that you are not alone. Every person you admire has faced moments of doubt, exhaustion, and despair. But it's in these moments that faith must be unshakable. As the Dalai Lama wisely said, tragedy should be utilized as a source of strength. The process may be painful, but it is in this fire that you are tempered into someone capable of handling the riches that await you. Patience, too, is a virtue that cannot be overlooked. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean nothing is happening. Often, The seeds of your efforts are sprouting beneath the surface, hidden from sight, but very much alive. The universe works on its own timeline, which is why it's important to remain patient, trusting that good things are already unfolding for you. In modern life, where instant gratification is so prevalent, we sometimes forget that lasting success is built over time, just as strong roots take time to grow. As Lao Tzu said, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished." The same applies to your journey towards prosperity. Every small action you take is adding to your future success. Lastly, never underestimate the power of hope. Prosperity is not reserved for the lucky few, but for those who are willing to persist. It requires unwavering faith, continuous action, and the ability to stay hopeful even when the road seems difficult. The ritual is the beginning, a symbolic gesture of your intentions, but it's the consistent effort and mindset you carry that will truly lead you to wealth, both inner and outer. Remember, success is not just a product of luck, but of a delicate dance between belief and action. When you refuse to give up, the universe rewards your resilience. As the Buddha said, "No matter how hard the past, you can always begin again. Keep moving, and the universe will conspire to help you succeed." Thank you for joining us in today's video. Before we move on, I want to take a moment to express my deep gratitude to you. It's truly a pleasure to have you here as part of our community. Feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. If you're not sure what to say, you can simply comment, "I am ready for abundance," if you're new here, or "I am on the path," if you've been with us for a while. Your engagement is not only appreciated, but also serves as a great source of inspiration for us. Let's continue this journey toward prosperity and wisdom together. How to maintain prosperity and happiness in daily life through Buddhist practices. In Buddhism, wealth and happiness are not only measured by material possessions or riches, but are found in inner peace, the ability to understand, and living in harmony with oneself and others. The Buddha taught that true wealth comes from within, rather than merely owning external possessions. Below are some Buddhist teachings on how to live a truly wealthy and happy life. 1. Maintain morality and do good, Sīla. One key practice in maintaining both prosperity and happiness in daily life is the cultivation of generosity, or Dāna. Generosity, in the Buddhist sense, is more than just the physical act of giving. It is about cultivating a heart that willingly shares without any expectation of return. The Buddha's teaching emphasizes that true wealth is not measured by what we own or accumulate, but by the extent of our capacity to give and the purity of our intentions in doing so. As Buddha himself once said, "A generous heart, kind speech, and a life of service and compassion are the things which renew humanity." This reinforces the idea that through generosity, we not only provide for others, but also nurture our own well-being. When we give freely, we diminish the grip of greed and attachment, two mental states that are known to cloud our minds and disturb our peace. In fact, greed often acts as a barrier, preventing us from experiencing true contentment because it constantly pushes us to desire more. By practicing generosity, we naturally loosen the hold of greed, allowing inner peace and happiness to take root. In modern life, it's easy to fall into the trap of equating success with the accumulation of wealth, possessions, or status. However, this pursuit can often lead to dissatisfaction, as there is always more to be had. Many people chase after material wealth, thinking it will bring lasting happiness, only to find that it leaves them feeling empty. The Buddhist approach offers a different perspective. When we give, whether it's through money, time, or even kindness, we are practicing selflessness and compassion, which in turn enriches our own lives. The act of giving brings us joy and strengthens our connections with others, which is crucial in today's fast-paced, often isolating world. As the Dalai Lama wisely said, generosity is the most natural outward expression of an inner attitude of compassion. Therefore, when we cultivate a mindset of generosity, we not only help others, but we also elevate our own sense of purpose and fulfillment. It's important to note that generosity doesn't always have to involve large acts of charity or significant financial contributions. In fact, the simplest gestures can sometimes be the most profound. Offering a listening ear to someone in need, giving your time to help a neighbor, or sharing a meal with a friend, these small acts of kindness are also forms of Dāna that generate positive energy and create a ripple effect of goodness in the world. In a practical sense, generosity makes it easier to build meaningful relationships because it fosters a spirit of openness and trust. This is something many of us crave in our busy lives, a sense of connection and community. When we give without holding back, we not only benefit those around us, but also create the conditions for our own happiness to flourish. Furthermore, the benefits of generosity extend beyond the present moment. In Buddhist teachings, the act of giving creates merit, positive karma that has the potential to manifest as future well-being, both materially and spiritually. This does not mean that we give solely to receive some reward later. Rather, it highlights the interconnectedness of our actions and their consequences. Generosity sets in motion a cycle of positive outcomes, and while we may not always see the results immediately, the seeds we plant through acts of kindness and giving often bloom when we least expect it. To bring these teachings into modern life, we must actively integrate generosity into our daily routines. Whether we are at work, at home, or in our communities, there are always opportunities to practice giving. This could be as simple as sharing your knowledge or skills with a colleague, being patient with a family member, or contributing to causes that help those in need. Each of these actions, though seemingly small, can have a profound impact on our overall well-being. As we give more, we receive more, not in terms of material wealth, but in terms of inner peace, happiness, and fulfillment. Therefore, by embracing generosity as a daily practice, we not only pave the way for prosperity, but also create the conditions for a joyful, meaningful life. In essence, the practice of Dāna teaches us that true happiness comes not from what we hold on to, but from what we let go of. By learning to give selflessly, we open the door to a richer, more compassionate way of living, which is the foundation of both material and spiritual prosperity. As the Buddha said, happiness never decreases by being shared. This simple truth is at the heart of why generosity is so powerful. It has the ability to transform not only the lives of others, but also our own. Through generosity, we create a better world, one act of kindness at a time. Two, desire less, be content. To maintain prosperity and happiness in daily life through Buddhist practices, one essential teaching is the art of desiring less and being content. This wisdom comes from the Buddha himself, who emphasized that true happiness doesn't arise from accumulating material possessions or wealth, but rather from cultivating a heart that is at peace with what it already has. When we become entangled in excessive desire, it leads to a constant state of craving, which only deepens our sense of dissatisfaction. The more we chase after things, the more elusive happiness becomes, because desires are insatiable. They multiply as soon as one is fulfilled. Think about a time in your life when you wanted something so badly. Perhaps a new gadget, promotion, or even recognition, only to realize that after you attained it, the happiness was fleeting. The next desire quickly replaced it, and the cycle continued. This endless chase leaves us feeling empty, always grasping for something more, yet never quite reaching the contentment we seek. In contrast, the practice of contentment allows us to feel whole and abundant without needing to possess everything. When we cultivate gratitude for what we already have, whether it's our health, relationships, or the simple comforts of life, we realize that we have more than enough. Contentment is like a deep well within us. It's always there, waiting to be tapped into. As the Buddha said, contentment is the greatest wealth. With this perspective, prosperity isn't measured by how much you own, but by how much peace you experience with what you have. The less you need, the richer you become. This principle is beautifully illustrated in the story of a poor farmer and the Buddha. The farmer approached the Buddha, lamenting about all the things he didn't have: more cows, better crops, a bigger house, and asked how he could find happiness. The Buddha replied, "The more you have, the more you have to worry about." He encouraged the farmer to let go of his desires and appreciate the simple life he had, pointing out that true wealth lies in being satisfied with what is, rather than yearning for what isn't. Ask yourself, what desires are you constantly chasing? How might your life change if you stopped seeking more and focused on what's already in front of you? These questions help to bring awareness to our everyday habits of craving and dissatisfaction, offering a path toward inner freedom. By practicing contentment, you create space for joy to flourish naturally, without needing external validation or possessions to feel complete. It's a form of mental liberation, allowing you to feel light and unburdened by the pressures of consumerism and societal expectations. Rather than measuring success by how much you have, begin to measure it by how much peace and fulfillment you feel in your heart. This shift in mindset is key to unlocking lasting prosperity and happiness. The lesson here is clear. When you let go of the desire for more, you allow yourself to experience the fullness of the present moment. Happiness becomes not something to chase, but something to discover within. By practicing gratitude and contentment, you align with the natural flow of life, creating harmony both within yourself and with the world around you. Prosperity, in this sense, isn't a matter of having everything but of feeling complete, no matter your circumstances. 3. Focus on spiritual development. To maintain prosperity and happiness in daily life, it's important to understand that true, lasting happiness doesn't come from material wealth alone. Yes, financial success and physical comfort can provide momentary joy, but think for a moment. How often do these things offer permanent satisfaction? Does a new car or a bigger house make you feel complete forever? Or do they simply lead to the desire for more? In Buddhism, it is taught that real happiness arises from within, from cultivating a mind and spirit that are free from attachment, greed, and the endless chase for more. As the Buddha said, contentment is the greatest wealth. This timeless teaching reminds us that while material possessions come and go, the peace that comes from spiritual development can stay with us throughout our lives. So how do we develop this inner peace? One powerful way is through the practice of meditation and mindfulness. When we meditate, we train our minds to focus and stay present in the moment. In doing so, we start to see things more clearly, including our own suffering. Buddhism teaches that much of our suffering arises from our attachment to things, whether it's wealth, relationships, or even our own ideas about who we are. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe these attachments without becoming entangled in them, and this helps us let go of the things that cause us pain. Have you ever noticed how much of your worry comes from clinging to what you think should happen instead of accepting what is happening right now? When we release these mental chains, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Meditation also helps purify the mind. It's like cleaning a mirror that has become fogged up over time. With each session of sitting quietly and focusing inward, the mind becomes clearer, more peaceful, and more attuned to the reality of life. You begin to experience moments of deep peace, and over time, this peace stays with you, even in the middle of life's challenges. As the famous monk Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "Peace is present right here and now, in ourselves and in everything we do and see." When you practice meditation regularly, you don't need to wait for special conditions to feel happy. Happiness and peace become part of who you are, regardless of what's happening around you. But spiritual development doesn't stop at meditation. It also involves cultivating qualities like kindness, compassion, and wisdom. These are the seeds of spiritual wealth, and just like any seeds, they need to be nurtured and cared for. When we practice generosity, whether it's giving material help, offering our time, or simply being there for someone in need, we are also practicing non-attachment. We learn that happiness is not about hoarding wealth, but about sharing it with others. The Dalai Lama teaches that if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. In what ways are you nurturing compassion in your life? How might your daily actions change if you saw every person you met as an opportunity to practice kindness? Wisdom, too, plays a vital role in spiritual development. It's about seeing things as they really are, beyond our illusions and misunderstandings. Buddhism encourages us to study the nature of our minds and the world around us to develop this wisdom. The more we understand the true nature of life, its impermanence, its interconnectedness, and the way our actions affect the world, the more we can live in alignment with what is real, not with what we imagine or desire. How might your life change if you started seeing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as obstacles? When the mind is purified through meditation, mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, we naturally start to feel more at peace and happy, no matter what our external circumstances may be. The clutter of unnecessary desires and attachments falls away, leaving us with a sense of contentment that isn't dependent on anything outside of ourselves. Wouldn't that kind of peace be far more valuable than any material possession? This is the heart of spiritual development, finding true happiness by transforming the mind and spirit so that no matter what life brings, you can meet it with calm, clarity, and compassion. In the end, maintaining prosperity and happiness isn't about accumulating more. It's about developing a rich inner life that can weather any storm. So, how will you start cultivating your spiritual wealth today? Have you ever felt that true happiness doesn't come from material things, but from inner peace? Comment yes if you believe that true happiness comes from within, not from material possessions, or comment number 1 if you're ready to start focusing more on your spiritual development today. Four, practice generosity. Dāna. One key practice in maintaining both prosperity and happiness in daily life is the cultivation of generosity, or Dāna. Generosity, in the Buddhist sense, is more than just the physical act of giving. It is about cultivating a heart that willingly shares without any expectation of return. The Buddha's teaching emphasizes that true wealth is not measured by what we own or accumulate, but by the extent of our capacity to give and the purity of our intentions in doing so. As Buddha himself once said, "A generous heart, kind speech, and a life of service and compassion are the things which renew humanity." This reinforces the idea that through generosity, we not only provide for others but also nurture our own well-being. When we give freely, we diminish the grip of greed and attachment, two mental states that are known to cloud our minds and disturb our peace. In fact, greed often acts as a barrier, preventing us from experiencing true contentment because it constantly pushes us to desire more. By practicing generosity, we naturally loosen the hold of greed, allowing inner peace and happiness to take root. In modern life, it's easy to fall into the trap of equating success with the accumulation of wealth, possessions, or status. However, this pursuit can often lead to dissatisfaction, as there is always more to be had. Many people chase after material wealth, thinking it will bring lasting happiness, only to find that it leaves them feeling empty. The Buddhist approach offers a different perspective. When we give, whether it's through money, time, or even kindness, we are practicing selflessness and compassion, which in turn enriches our own lives. The act of giving brings us joy and strengthens our connections with others, which is crucial in today's fast-paced, often isolating world. As the Dalai Lama wisely said, generosity is the most natural outward expression of an inner attitude of compassion. Therefore, when we cultivate a mindset of generosity, we not only help others, but we also elevate our own sense of purpose and fulfillment. It's important to note that generosity doesn't always have to involve large acts of charity or significant financial contributions. In fact, the simplest gestures can sometimes be the most profound. Offering a listening ear to someone in need, giving your time to help a neighbor, or sharing a meal with a friend. These small acts of kindness are also forms of Dāna that generate positive energy and create a ripple effect of goodness in the world. In a practical sense, generosity makes it easier to build meaningful relationships because it fosters a spirit of openness and trust. This is something many of us crave in our busy lives, a sense of connection and community. When we give without holding back, we not only benefit those around us, but also create the conditions for our own happiness to flourish. Furthermore, the benefits of generosity extend beyond the present moment. In Buddhist teachings, the act of giving creates merit, positive karma that has the potential to manifest as future well-being, both materially and spiritually. This does not mean that we give solely to receive some reward later. Rather, it highlights the interconnectedness of our actions and their consequences. Generosity sets in motion a cycle of positive outcomes, and while we may not always see the results immediately, the seeds we plant through acts of kindness and giving often bloom when we least expect it. To bring these teachings into modern life, we must actively integrate generosity into our daily routines. Whether we are at work, at home, or in our communities, there are always opportunities to practice giving. This could be as simple as sharing your knowledge or skills with a colleague, being patient with a family member, or contributing to causes that help those in need. Each of these actions, though seemingly small, can have a profound impact on our overall well-being. As we give more, we receive more, not in terms of material wealth, but in terms of inner peace, happiness, and fulfillment. Therefore, by embracing generosity as a daily practice, we not only pave the way for prosperity, but also create the conditions for a joyful, meaningful life. In essence, the practice of Dāna teaches us that true happiness comes not from what we hold on to, but from what we let go of. By learning to give selflessly, we open the door to a richer, more compassionate way of living, which is the foundation of both material and spiritual prosperity. As the Buddha said, happiness never decreases by being shared. This simple truth is at the heart of why generosity is so powerful. It has the ability to transform not only the lives of others, but also our own. Through generosity, we create a better world, one act of kindness at a time. 5. Awareness of impermanence, Anicca. In order to maintain prosperity and happiness in daily life through Buddhist practices, one crucial principle to understand is the awareness of impermanence, known as Anicca. In life, everything is constantly changing. Nothing remains the same forever. This includes material wealth, our social status, and even the relationships we hold dear. Have you ever noticed how things you once thought were permanent, such as a job, friendship, or even a personal success, eventually faded away or changed in some way? It's in this natural shifting of life that we find one of the most important lessons from the Buddha's teachings, Anicca. When we truly grasp this concept, it brings about a profound shift in how we live and view the world around us. Think about it. How often do we stress ourselves by holding tightly to things we feel we cannot lose? Whether it's money, possessions, or relationships, we often become attached, hoping they will remain constant. But the reality is, everything is fluid. The Buddha said, "Everything that has a beginning has an ending. Make your peace with that, and all will be well." This wisdom invites us to see the impermanent nature of all things, and instead of resisting change, to accept it as a natural part of life. Doing so reduces our anxiety because we no longer fight against the inevitable. Imagine how much lighter you would feel if you embraced change rather than feared it. What would it mean for your sense of peace if you could simply let go of the need to control everything? When we practice this awareness of impermanence, it frees us from the emotional burden of attachment. This doesn't mean that we don't care about the things or people in our lives. Instead, it means we hold them more gently, with the understanding that they may not last forever. How often do you find yourself worrying about losing something, whether it's a possession, a job, or even a relationship? This worry, rooted in attachment, often leads to stress and unease. But if we cultivate an awareness of impermanence, we can learn to enjoy what we have in the present moment without clinging to it out of fear. As Thich Nhat Hanh wisely said, "Thanks to impermanence, everything is possible." With this understanding, we can find joy and gratitude for what we experience today, knowing that change is not only inevitable, but necessary for growth and renewal. Letting go of attachment doesn't mean we give up on prosperity or happiness. In fact, it deepens both. By not being overly fixated on material possessions or current circumstances, we allow ourselves the freedom to adapt to life's changes. Consider this. The stress that comes from losing a job or facing financial difficulties is often worsened by our inability to accept that change is a part of life. What if, instead, we saw these moments as opportunities for growth, as invitations to find new paths or explore new ways of living? The Buddha taught that clinging to the idea of permanence only leads to suffering, because when we expect things to remain the same, we set ourselves up for disappointment. But if we release this expectation, we create space for inner peace. This awareness of impermanence encourages us to live more mindfully. When we know that everything is fleeting, we cherish the present moment. How many times have you been so focused on the future or caught up in the past that you missed the beauty of the here and now? By acknowledging that today's moments may be gone tomorrow, we become more attentive, more present, and more alive in each experience. This is the essence of living mindfully, and it is a key to maintaining both prosperity and happiness. So how can you start applying this awareness of impermanence in your daily life? Perhaps the next time you feel stress over a situation, whether it's related to work, family, or money, take a moment to remind yourself of Anicca. Reflect on the fact that this too shall pass, just as all things do. With this awareness, you will begin to experience a lightness and peace that comes from understanding that nothing is ever fixed, and that's okay. In embracing change, we are no longer controlled by the fear of loss. Instead, we become empowered to live each day with greater balance, clarity, and joy. Six, build good relationships. In Buddhism, a core teaching is the principle of interdependence, which reminds us that no individual exists in isolation. Our lives are intricately connected with others, and the quality of these connections profoundly influences our happiness and prosperity. For men in the prime of life, aged 30 to 65, who are navigating the challenges of maintaining success while seeking deeper fulfillment, building and nurturing good relationships is essential. Buddha once said, "If you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your own path." This timeless wisdom highlights that the more we invest in fostering relationships with respect, compassion, and understanding, the more we contribute to our own well-being. In our modern world, it's easy to become focused on personal goals, career success, financial security, and individual achievements. While these pursuits are important, they should not come at the expense of our relationships with others, whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or even the broader community. To cultivate meaningful relationships, it's important to practice metta, or loving kindness. When we approach others with genuine kindness, we create bonds that are not only emotionally fulfilling, but spiritually enriching. The essence of a good relationship lies in understanding and empathy. This requires us to listen deeply, to speak mindfully, and to act with integrity. A famous Buddhist proverb states, "The way is not in the sky, the way is in the heart." This reminds us that the happiness we seek is not found in external achievements, but in how we connect and relate to others. Modern life often pulls us toward competition and individualism, but true happiness arises when we shift our focus toward cooperation, shared growth, and mutual respect. The success of any man is not measured solely by what he achieves alone, but also by the quality of the relationships he cultivates along the way. In today's fast-paced world, maintaining good relationships can be challenging. There's pressure from work, societal expectations, and the constant distractions of technology, which can all create distance between us and those we care about. However, the teachings of Buddhism remind us that investing time in building strong connections with others is as important as any business deal or personal milestone. When we take the time to show compassion, support, and love to those around us, we are not only enriching their lives, but also deepening our own sense of fulfillment and purpose. Each interaction, no matter how small, can be a source of spiritual growth and mutual prosperity. Moreover, helping others is not just about grand gestures. Small acts of kindness, whether it's a thoughtful word or a helpful action, can have a profound impact. In return, these gestures create a ripple effect that strengthens the web of connections in our lives, enhancing our overall happiness. The Buddhist concept of karma also plays a significant role here. By doing good for others, we set positive energies in motion that will inevitably return to us. This is not just a spiritual idea, but a practical truth that can be observed in everyday life. Those who help others often find that they are helped when they need it most. In conclusion, building good relationships is about understanding that our personal happiness is intertwined with the happiness of those around us. In practicing the Buddhist virtues of compassion, respect, and generosity, we not only create a harmonious environment, but also lay the foundation for long-lasting success and peace in our lives. As we nurture these relationships, we grow not just as individuals, but as members of a larger, interconnected community. So, as you move forward in your journey to maintain prosperity and happiness, remember that the key lies in the quality of your connections with others. By building and sustaining good relationships, you are not only ensuring a spiritually rich life, but also paving the way for sustained joy and success. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. I hope today's teachings on welcoming abundance and prosperity through this simple ritual have inspired you to take action in your own life. Remember, wealth and success are not just about material possessions, but also about aligning your energy with the universe and creating space for abundance to flow. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom for more insightful content. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos on transforming your life through Buddhist teachings. Let's continue this journey together toward a life of peace, prosperity, and fulfillment.